Now, I love this story. Two scouts have been treated to a once-in-a-lifetime experience, really is, to see a live satellite launch from Cape Canaveral. They've had VIP access to SpaceX's control centre at the Kennedy Space Centre for the launch of the Inmarsat I-6F2 satellite in the early hours of this morning.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1... Engines full power, and liftoff of Falcon 9 and Inmarsat. Go Falcon, go Inmarsat.
Go Inmarsat. Right, we can speak to the toys. 16-year-old Simon and Craig, who is 14. Hello, Simon. Hello, Craig.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Right, can you talk me through the whole thing, from when you got there, Simon, to then when you saw the rocket taking off? Walk me through it. Talk me through it. Tell us what you saw.
Well, when we got to the launch pad, it was pitch black, darkness. Then we waited. I mean, it's always the anticipation that's the hardest part to go through. And then suddenly a bright light, and it just felt like it was the dawn again. And then you see a bright glowing orb slowly rise up into the clouds, and it's completely silent for the first few seconds. And then suddenly you start hearing kind of like a thundery sensation, and the building starts to shake.
Wow. I've got to say, Simon, that was I felt like I was there for a second, mate. I really did. And Craig, what was different? What was better than you expected? Was it as you imagined it would be, Craig?
I had no idea about how light is going to become from. I thought it was just going to be like a little red dot in the air, but then it lit up the whole sky, which I was not expecting at all.
So how near to it were you?
We were pretty close to it. We were the closest you could be.
Amazing. How did you end up going in the first place, Simon? This was a competition, wasn't it?
Yes. So Tim Peake ran this competition with the scouts. And the question was, how will satellites be used to help humanity in the future? Something along those lines. And we had to both create an idea for that. So my idea was to have a range of satellites in orbit, and they would communicate quickly with each other to store data and process it.
Okay. What was your idea, Craig?
My idea was to have an eco-friendly and cheap energy source. So I'm going to get that by using solar panels on the satellite, get solar energy from the sun, and then beam that down to Earth, and that could be cheap and eco-friendly.
Wow, okay. So they liked this because you guys won. And then you got a message from Tim Peake as well, didn't you?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, he said that we were the winners, that he was really impressed with our designs.
And what does this mean? Is this a kind of world that you want to go into, Craig? Would you fancy getting into this? And I mean, if you go and see something like Cape Canaveral, does that inspire you further to, give it a go or not?
Yeah, it definitely has, because I've never really thought about it too much. But then this has definitely opened up a new window or path for a career in that, yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Simon?
Yeah, I mean, this has just motivated me to go into space and aerospace technology, into companies such as Inmarsat, work for them.
Yeah. Only thing I thought, the guy who did the countdown, didn't you think, we heard that clip just before we came to, did you could have put a bit more oomph into it? I thought a little bit more drama. Do you know what I mean, Craig?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, anyway, there we are. Maybe you could have got you to give it a go. I think both of you would have probably done better. But anyway, lovely to speak to you, and what an amazing opportunity. Thank you. Brilliant descriptions as well, boys. So thank you very much. 16-year-old Simon, 14-year-old Craig. That really is a once-in-a-lifetime experience, isn't it? Not
That's
many
amazing.
people get to see such a thing. I'd love to get a chance to see something like that in my life.
It is incredible, but just the fact
Very
it lit
unlikely.
the sky up.
Yeah.
Never have imagined, would you?
Beautiful.
Fantastic description.
Wonderful stuff.
The voice of the UK. This is BBC Radio 5 Live.